And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I am Callum. That is Bottle Sucker. How are we doing, Kyle?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Just watch The Boys today.
Hell yeah.
Pretty good.
We'll
Yeah.
get to.
Any day a Boys episode comes out is a good day.
It is a good day indeed. Now, we also got a new trailer for the Penguin today. And, oh my god, this trailer was fucking spectacular. I loved, like, the mob feel of it, and it felt so real as well. And coming straight off the Batman, I'm super excited about this. But what did you think of the trailer? You've literally just watched it.
So, God, this is quite dusty. I was looking forward to this show, and then we watched, what was it, the first sort of teaser? I can barely remember it. I'll be honest. But I was just like,
Imagine being remembered like that.
I guess it was all right. Honestly, I don't remember. I must have only watched it like once or twice. But I watched this. As soon as I watched this, everything about it just kind of like, oh my god, this is really good. This is like shaping up to be, a pretty solid show. It doesn't look, it fits the sort of theme. It's expanding the world of this Batman, which I really like. The one of the things of the Christopher Nolan films is, as much as I love them, and he is my Batman, and I know he's yours, it's the city, everything behind it felt so, I don't want to say bland, felt very realistic, but it felt a bit like, just a bit, there wasn't anything exciting about what's going on in the city, except for maybe in, the first Batman Begins.
Yeah, where the Gotham actually looked a bit different, and then they kind of got more realistic after that.
Yeah, it had some flavour to it, but this, this seems like it's building up the Gotham. We've got a couple nice shots of Gotham that we haven't seen before.
And then you've got... Still flooded.
It's still flooded, yeah. Which I really, really appreciate that, it is continuing straight after that. It is pretty much the sequel to that story. Like, I'm starting to think that this is more of like a Gotham universe now.
Yeah.
And, instead of like having, say, like Superman being, say like a Batman and Superman crossover, it's going to be more of just like, oh no, we're building the Batman universe.
Which is what the Reeves verse is about. And this film just made me realise, it's like, oh my god, we need the sequel to the Batman right now. I'm glad we're getting this. And in September, by the way, which this was originally slated for October.
Must be confident.
So, I think it's only a month early. Yeah, it is, because that's what happens next, October. But still, this trailer was great. I loved every level of it. And this man's performance, just from what we've seen from the trailers, obviously we've seen the whole the Batman. He only had a small role in it, but when he was on screen, he absolutely stole the show. So, now giving not all the screen time, but a show dedicated to him, I'm really excited for this, and I cannot wait. Now, I was kind of bummed. I was like, TV season's kind of happening now. We've got House of the Dragon and The Boys. And it's like, what else have we got this year? House of the Dragon finishes in August, and then the month after, we get the Penguin. So, do you know what?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. I'm really looking forward to it. Before I was just kind of, I'm going to watch it. It's probably going to be really good. But now I'm like, oh my god, this has the potential to be like up there with some of the best TV that we have.
I don't know what I should probably look into. In fact, you can do that for me. The woman's name, search the cast. The woman's name who plays Falcone's daughter.
Yeah, she's
fantastic. She looks like she's really like eating up the scenery. It's like, I'm the daughter of the Falcone Don or whatever. She's tired of all these men undermining her. I'm sorry, wokeness has got DC too, guys. They've put a woman in the show.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Get it cancelled.
Yeah.
Go watch it. Yeah, so her character name is Sophia Falcone,
Yeah.
and her name is, I might be doing the last name wrong, is Kristen Millie.
Was she in Black Mirror?
She was in Black Mirror, yes. She was also in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
And she was... I recognise her from something else, but I might have to get back to you with that. Just something I've seen years ago.
Yeah, just let us know when we're on the last topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
You've seen it now, haven't you? You're saving it.
I haven't actually seen it. No. Hang on. This is going to be really confusing. I'm because now I'm using the Mac keyboard, but at work I use Windows keyboard, so it's different.
At work, I use snapped keyboards.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, just continue anyways.
Come on, Kyle. The people want to know.
It's not her. It's not her. I didn't think it was her because she looks like her, but she looks way too young.
You did think it was her, though, and that's...
I did think it was her,
yes. Yeah. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think of the trailer for The Penguin. We're both pretty excited for it. If you've seen The Batman, I'm assuming you're excited for it. If you've seen The Batman and didn't like The Batman, which, fair enough, I guess. I ain't heard that one before.
She was in Family Guy. I can't see your reaction right now. I'm just at full screen. Hang on. Ah.
Imagine you just put the screen away and I just had my ass up to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like that scene in The Boys.
Yes, it would. Anyway, let's move on to our very next topic. And Kyle, we're in a bit of a Game of Thrones mood right now. House of the Dragon started this week. Well, this week for us. Sunday for you lucky Americans who get it on Sunday night, and we have to wait until Monday morning. But then we have to, if we've got fucking jobs, we need to go to work and then get back and watch it on the night. But still.
Fucking jobs.
Fucking jobs.
Those fucking jobs.
Them fucking jobs get in my way. I swear to God.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, fucking long days, mush. Anyway. This picture came out the other day. This is from the new spin-off, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight. It's now in production. They're filming it. Just a quick one, overall. You really liked the first episode of House of the Dragon this season. Are you ready for more Game of Thrones? Do you think they can handle it? Or do you think this could be another situation where you got to think they started filming that one that was set 10,000 years before Game of Thrones, called The Long Night, and that got cancelled. They never even aired the episode. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to make it past all that, and we're going to get more Game of Thrones? This is based off a story that people really want to see as well, Dunk and Egg.
I'm just looking here now. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's not something, like you say, it's something that people want, and it's a story that people want to be told in, live action. So, yeah, I guess, more is good.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but I think the concern is when it goes to sort of, when they were supposed to do the Jon Snow show.
Yep.
And that obviously now is pretty much in the bin.
I think that's for the best, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. But, I mean, this is something that's, it's got source material to back it up. They can play it off of that.
Very popular source material, I might add.
Yeah.
People love this story in the Game of Thrones universe. One thing I do want to... I'm not too sure about time frame on this. I know a little bit about Game of Thrones past, not a right lot. I'm pretty sure this is a nice bridge between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. Search for me when the Hedge Knight takes place. Without spoiling anything for yourself, I don't think you would. I'm pretty sure
it'll be fine. It's set a century before the events of Game of Thrones.
So, yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's about 100 years after House of the Dragon and 100 years before
Game
of Thrones.
I'm up for this, but I'll be honest. I rather have us see Robert's Rebellion.
I
Have a potential show.
I really want to see Robert's Rebellion. It's just I think the only issue we've got with that is the mystery of that story is part of the main one. If you know what I mean, it's so heavily connected to the main story, and that's not. It's such a pivotal part of it, and people just want to see it. I'm guilty of this. I just want to see the Battle of the Trident.
Yeah.
I want to see Robert smack Rhaegar with his fucking warhammer.
Yeah. That being said, I think you agree with me on this. I'd rather it be sort of like a mini series, just something to do on the side, just something that we can say we've seen, and it'd be really nice to see. It would get a lot of views.
3 episodes.
3 episodes, yeah. Just don't do it in the sense of like
The Continental.
Yeah, that's a very bad example of doing a show spin-off of a show of a movie. But this is a show.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You can search this as well, because you're here and you can search stuff now. I'm pretty sure Aegon's Conquest has been greenlit though at HBO. Aegon the Conqueror show. I'm pretty sure that's been greenlit now.
Let's have a look. Aegon's never seen the greenlit. Yeah, that was 4 months ago.
Yep. So we're getting that. So that's one thing.
It wasn't.
It wasn't greenlit.
So back in February, from Entertainment Weekly, the Conquest spin-off reported is in the cards. So maybe.
So it's like semi-confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take a semi.
So HBO's got this. Obviously, you can read this up online, but this is just from.
We've got 10,000 ships coming though, haven't we? An animated series.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never. That's new to me. World of Game of Thrones Beyond the House of the Dragon, and most recently announced Hedge of Night series, which is obviously a Night of Seven Kingdoms. So, but with the Home Office now is committing officially. Yeah, they're flirting the idea of it. It's not been greenlit, but it's the potential of it being.
Yeah. Then again,
this next series after
House of the Dragon go back even further. Hell yeah, that's what I want to see.
Or even after, it's like how we've got a Night of the Seven Kingdoms announced while we're watching House of the Dragon. Could be the same thing for how a Night of the Seven Kingdoms. We're getting the Conquest.
Now, do you think this could? No, this is filming now. Do you think this could potentially spoil House of the Dragon for some people? Which it has already been spoiled in the main show. Do you think, though, people paying more attention to it now, knowing these characters' names, if things are mentioned in this, that it has the potential to spoil House of the Dragon for people?
What, the Night of Seven Kingdoms?
Yeah. Because this is still a Targaryen story.
Yeah, I mean, shit, it could. It very well could, but at the same time, it's like, this is probably... I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I'm not sure. I think maybe, potentially, like, the first season of this show will just sort of be played. It'll be a bit light. It won't really... It might spoil some things here and there for House of the Dragon, but shit, if House of the Dragon is out and you can go and watch it and not have this other show spoiled for you, then that's on you.
I'm thinking the other 2 seasons, though, that are coming after season 2. Because George R. R. Martin said 4 seasons. There's still the end of the dance, which they might talk about.
I mean,
I don't think they would go out there.
For years.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to go out there and ruin it for people.
I don't think they intentionally will do that, but if it ends up ruining some bits and pieces here and there, maybe some small story segment, then I guess maybe it just like it shows you like a conclusion of something that's happened. It's like, oh, how did it get there? And then you watch House of the Dragon and you find out how.
And they can say stuff and not spoil stuff as well. Like, I'm going to say something right now which will not spoil it for you, but if you know, you know. You know, they could mention the God's Eye. That's just gone to Kyle. So, yeah. There we go. As easy as that. As easy as that. I will spoil for you though, Kyle. It is not actually a God's Eye.
Okay.
Anyway.
I would have thought, but...
Let's get on to the next topic. Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm going to try and speak about this every day we get to, because the closer we get, there's the more and more news. Ryan Reynolds has just confirmed that they've finished post-production now. So we're about a month out from the film. I know the premiere's on the 22nd of July in New York. We're seeing it on the 24th. So I think it's going to have to be phones off from the 22nd.
Could be, yeah.
It's going to have to be. I think we can do it. I think we could do a Monday show, and then no Tuesday show. Wednesday we might film a video going in just before we go see Deadpool and Wolverine, like in person, like, and then we'll definitely do an out of theatre. We'll definitely do an out of theatre for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean we'll be fucking shard, but yeah, we will absolutely.
Yeah,
we'll probably have something a bit different later on. I've got a couple ideas now that this setup is running extremely well, and we can now get actual fleshed out edited videos. So, you know, who knows, we might have a nice, I don't know, like one of those video essays, but instead of talking shit, we just like to talk about stuff.
Definitely. But Kyle, there is one thing that Marvel said they cannot do in Deadpool and Wolverine, because we heard from the writers a long time ago that Marvel's been pretty hands-off. They haven't said no to anything, but there was one thing. But in classic Ryan Reynolds fashion, they flipped it and made a joke out of the one thing they said they couldn't do. And it's in the trailer. Sean Levy's just come out and they said there can be no overt drug use in Deadpool and Wolverine. And what did they do? They took that line and they made a fucking joke out of it. This to me is Deadpool at its best, because you always get the best Deadpool stuff when they've been put in a corner. Like the bridge fight. Ooh, he was actually supposed to have 14 shots, but the budget didn't allow it, so it was like, okay, it's 12 shots. What else? Because of budgetary restrictions, and the budget got cut through the first Deadpool film. His bag of guns getting left in the back of Doug Panda's car. They didn't have the budget to get all them weapons on set, so they just made it a giant sword fight, and the film were better for it. This guy thrives in adversity. But, do you understand why they said no drug use?
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's just going to help bolster the marketing, and I guess with... You know, it's a bit weird, though, like... But at the same time, I kind of get it, because, you know... At the end of the day, I'm not too bothered, because, you know, I've kind of lived without the whole... drug thing in Marvel. You know, you've got the boys for that. If you want something like that, you've got the boys. You got other things that do similar things.
We've only seen Deadpool rack a big bag of cocaine once, and I think that was in Deadpool 2.
Yeah, it was.
And they made a joke out of it, which is even better.
Yeah,
it's like, that's the one thing Feige said we can't do.
I mean, shit. Like, it's the last thing I'm looking for is for Deadpool to do a bunch of drugs in this film. It's part of his character and he may do drugs or whatever, but it's not like something, you know, he's done that already. This is not a film I want to see him do that now. I want to see him have the interactions with Wolverine, do the multiverse shenanigans. That's all I care about. I'm fine with it.
Do you know what I think is going to happen?
It's more jokes.
He's not going to do it on screen. He's just going to pop off screen for 5 seconds and come back in, and there's just going to be white powder coming out of his mask.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some sugar, icing donut.
There's always a workaround, a way around it. Kyle, countdown to Deadpool. How are you feeling now? We are 4 weeks away, I believe.
I'm just glad I've got time off for it.
I'm so glad I've
For the
got time
midnight.
off for it.
For the midnight showing. So glad I've just something to really
Are
look
you
forward to.
shaking yet?
I'm always shaking.
Oh yes, because of the Parkinson's.
No, just
Oh, the
having
overt drug use.
yeah, the overt drug use.
That's why
I
Kyle's
don't do
always...
drugs. Putting it
Kyle,
out
mate,
there.
I'm sorry, but you can't look directly in that camera and say I don't do drugs and expect anyone to believe you.
I don't. I don't do drugs.
No, he doesn't.
No,
I will back him up 100%. He doesn't.
But
But you
most
sure as
drug
fuck
I've
look
had-
like you do.
Listen, I'm sorry I have baggy eyes and I look stoned all the time, but I'm not.
Go on.
The most drug I've had is a
drugs-
paracetamol.
The most drugs Kyle's had is a paracetamol. Well,
Yeah.
I'm better than you because the only thing I've done is Calpol.
Wow.
Yep.
You must have taken antibiotics.
So, Kyle, the boys.
Speaking of drugs,
Yep. The boys. Season 4, episode 4. What a fucking episode this was. I love this show so much. I love this show so much. I'm going to keep saying I love this show so much. Fuck the noise. All these people who are going, bad writing, there's unnecessary stories. First of all, I wouldn't say a story's unnecessary until you find out where it's going. I wouldn't say a story's unnecessary until you find out where it's actually going. By the time the story's done, then you can go, that plot was a bit unnecessary, it kind of went nowhere. But right now, we're in the first 4 episodes, and they're already moving on these plots. Getting the ball rolling. Anthony Starr. What can I say? How has he not won an Emmy yet? And if he doesn't win one off the back of this episode alone, we riot. We riot.
yeah. It was a solid episode. Are we doing spoilers or? Yeah, fuck it. The episode's out.
Yeah.
Full spoilers.
Yeah,
full
let's spoil it.
yes.
We'll spoil it.
Not intentionally. We just want to talk about the episode. But yeah. Anyways, full spoilers. Go watch another video if you don't want this spoil, or just go watch The Boys. So I initially went, this is a bit of a. For me, I said to you when I called you up this morning when I seen the episode, I was like,
you've done that fucking twice this week to ring me up to tell me how good the TV is when I've still got a couple of hours left at work, and I'm just sitting there going, whoa.
Yeah, it was, sorry, I won't do it, but it was just so exciting to talk to someone about it, because it's like, I can tell you was excited too. This season is very Homelander, like Homelander's just stealing the show for me in this season.
Can I just mention something right now? Before you continue, I just want to get this out there. This is one of the best episodes of The Boys.
Oh yeah, easily, yeah. Considering the fact as well, like Homelander's literally in one position, in one place.
I'd say this is just under Herogasm. I think Herogasm's my favourite. I'd say this is just under.
I agree with you on that. It's definitely something that, it's not a perfect episode, but the Homelander stuff is just, it gets sort of more and more
bizarre.
Yeah, but you kind of see it and you kind of feel sorry for him, despite what we've had so far this season of Homelander. They made
you care in a weird. You're not rooting for him, but you get why he's doing it.
I mean, the laugh alone was just horrifying. It's
right. We are spoiling it, so if you can't get hard, I'm gonna laser your dick off.
And he does it. He does it, and then
best lines on TV.
Yeah, and it's like, when he's been told to, put him out of his misery, I thought, he's gonna like laser eye him, but no, he just fucking stands on his head, and
because he goes
that girl throws up.
Yeah, he goes from Homelander's a lazy person. Like you've seen it in season 1, when he goes through like the terrorist camp and he's just lasering. You'd think, well, that's what Superman should do because it's the easiest thing to do for him. He's a lazy hero. Well, not even a hero. But him stepping on the head is him intentionally being cruel. Because he could have just, which he usually does, but the stepping on the head is like, right, and made it last as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the guy in the fucking oven thing.
The furnace, yeah.
Yeah.
The kiln. Get in the kiln.
Get in the kiln. Get out the kiln.
Get in the kiln.
But funny enough, Anthony Starr was in Auntie Donna.
It was.
A show me and Kyle love. Go see Auntie Donna if you haven't seen it. It's on Netflix. It's fucked up, it's weird, but it's our humour. Yeah. Anyway, the butcher stuff in this was great. What's going on with him? And I love that they've cleared the air. Everyone's been saying for 2 years, why doesn't he just take normal V and it'll cure him?
Mm.
We know that won't work now. But there's fucking something going on.
Huey's dad.
Yeah. There's fucking something going on with him, though. What the fuck happened to Ezekiel? He did like a Moon Knight blackout and then there's just everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that little worm that's moving around in him is pretty gross too.
Yeah.
So, who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I at first when I saw that, I thought, is this the work of, the head popper? But
no, I don't think Newman.
No, I don't think so either. At first, I thought that was like, oh, that makes logical sense, but 'cause it seemed like he was knocked out. But when he sort of got up and things like that, and you sort of come to terms with it, he was like, what the fuck was that?
Like so, maybe the V did do something that he took. Maybe it didn't.
Potentially.
Who knows? I'm guessing that's probably is what happened. Annie, Starlight losing her shit on Firecracker. Just beating the fuck out of her on stage.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's like, okay, I get where you're coming from, girl, but you kind of just fucked your whole shit up. You just made
I think it would have been
like the bad guy.
I think it would have been funny if they made a little joke towards Will Smith and in that. I think that would have been perfect, but
yeah,
it's fine.
The Deep and Sister Sage again.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
The lobotomy,
and he's just like, I'm into some weird stuff, but this is. I'll let you ass fuck me while we watch the Kim and Ray J video. Okay, where? Yeah. This episode is a prime example of why I really love this show.
Yeah, and the Huey stuff and Kimiko stuff as well.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Great in this episode. A-Train. Why is this show starting to make me like A-Train? They nearly got us there last season, and then he turned on him. So, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Huey, you see, they're just a pure killer in his eyes. When he kills that guy, he's fucking changed a lot. Obviously, he's killed before, but yeah, kind of felt
to him as well with a broken foot.
Yeah, Kimiko gets blown in half.
Well, I mean, that was fucking brutal too. But the part where he actually hits it on a forklift.
I know. I guess I'm going to be showing that to all lads tomorrow. I'm going to say, I keep telling you, put your forks down on ground.
Yeah.
Because people will trip over and hurt themselves.
Yeah, I saw that and I instantly thought of you.
Because I'm chief forklift.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, great episode again. Is there anything else I'm forgetting to mention? Black Noir again, with his line, "Can I speak to you for?" Nope. He always puts his head down as well, like a sad dog whenever he gets to...
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Because I don't want to miss anything. I want to cover all my bit. Frenchie and Colin.
Mm-hmm.
That story's really progressing. He was like, he saw the scar and it's like, oh fuck. And he tells him the truth and then Colin nearly kills him and then it's like, I don't want to fucking see you again.
Mm-hmm.
Great how that story's unfolding. So, yeah, I can't wait for next week now. Next, come on, Cool, we gotta watch it together next week. I kind of missed it this week.
What?
Especially when you rang me already. When you rang me already this morning saying you've already watched it, I was like, oh.
Well, yeah, because we're filming tonight. Well, now.
You filming?
You fucking filming?
Are you filming? But yeah. Guys, if you haven't even started watching The Boys yet, I don't know why I'm saying this now, because you just watched a whole spoiler review. Go watch it. This is...
It's nothing like you've ever seen.
Yeah,
You think it takes it far, and then it takes it even further. And then it takes it even more further, and it's like, this is a great show.
Yeah, Homelander makes a guy jerk off in front of a group full of people and then lasers his dick off when he can't get a stiffy. That's pretty good television. And I'll say it again. This man needs an Emmy for this. How is that not perfect acting? It is.
Yeah, it really does sell literally I'm talking. He really sells the pain that he has.
Yeah,
and he's gone through like I said, the Homelander's not a very likable character. Well, he is, but he's not very if he was real, he'd be horrible and you wouldn't stand him, kind of thing. Obviously, in TV, it's different.
Yeah,
because
I was speaking to someone about this at work the other day, and I says, he brought up a Darth Vader example as well. It's like, I like Homelander as a character, but I fucking hate him and he's evil.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, yeah, Darth Vader's a badass character, but he's fucking evil.
Yeah.
So
that's the same thing with this. But with that being said, this episode I think is probably one of the few that kind of make you feel for him, and it kind of flips it on its head. It's like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
You can see why he is the way he is.
And then last week as well, you start to feel it a little bit as well when he's speaking to Ryan, but he's still making it about him. When he says to Ryan, I've given you everything I've ever wanted. Which, no Ryan this episode.
No.
But
it's got too much going on. I feel like this episode had a lot going on in it. And I was saying to you, this episode was solid, and this was even before I saw the firecracker starlight, and then the ending too.
Yeah, no, great. What would you rate this episode?
I give it a solid 9.
Solid 9. I'll let my scale be known here. I give Herogasm a 9.75. I'd give this episode a 9.5.
That's so oddly specific.
Why?
I don't know. It's just 9.75.
Well, it's got this. It's got the extra 0.25 because of the butthole that gets shown on the screen.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
That winks at you. Anyway. Come on, we're allowed to be dirty. We're talking about The Boys.
Yes.
Right, guys. Thank you for watching this amazing episode of Movies and Beyond. We'll be here talking about The Boys right up until Deadpool and Wolverine comes out. It's our nice little... It's not even like it's a nice little thing to carry us over. This is fucking amazing, and I'm loving every episode so far. So...
Yeah, we've got a nice couple of weeks of good content.
Yeah. Well...
Some of the best.
Amazon and HBO do. We'll be putting out the same shit as always, but...
Shit, you're not wrong.
Kyle, before we go, any update on the X-Men Last Stand video for the people?
Yes, it's still being worked on, but because I have a new setup, I'm trying to improve and make it better.
Yes.
We have an outro, which are we going to play it at the end of this one?
Have you got it?
I've got it, yeah.
I'll put it in the clips, yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah. Well, I've done an outro. It's just a quick one. Again, I'm still learning. I'm relearning. But yeah, it's in the works. Just I want to polish this one up a bit more and make it a bit extra special since I can now.
Like me. Right, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.